All right, guys, this is Nana from Team Interstellar with...
Andrew Wiiggins.
And what did you do and how did you place?
I got top 8 at our case tournament here at Menor, and I played a really funky version of Snake Eye with Horus and a volcanic shell. So.
And how was the deck during the weekend?
Great. I wish I didn't play the Fun Heat Soul line that I played in my extra deck, but it was still good. I literally played this deck because I wanted to, and it did good. So.
What a very Wiggins thing to do.
It is. So we'll go on to the deck. Well, first of all, I should explain, I wanted to put a volcanic card in my deck for the weekend, so I decided to play Shell, and I was just like, well, you know, this is searchable with Ash, and I need to play another engine that is either Dark Fire or Water, because I really want to play Impulse as well, and that worked with the Shells. So I decided to play the Horus cards, and these were also very good. So these cards push through boards. They are kind of a pseudo starter with a zombie vampire. They put different attributes in your opponent's graveyard with the zombie vampire for like the charmers and stuff. And this card came up a lot. There was a lot of boards that I could not break if I didn't play this card because it was just infinite card advantage. And the extra cards helped me break boards with like Deception, the Diabell Stars. So yeah, these cards were really good. And I just really enjoyed these cards, which is why I decided to play them. And then for the next part, it's just like the standard Snake Eye stuff. You play, 2 Oaks for the follow-up, 1 Ash, 1 Popular, 1 Flamebird, then 1 Diabell Star. All these cards are really good. I don't really have to explain them. Other than sometimes you can place a Volcanic Shell with this card and then send it and then activate its effect again. So you can have 2 Volcanic Shells in your hand.
Oh, that's actually pretty neat. That's a good interaction.
Is, sometimes you need a little bit extra card advantage in the hand. So, and then for the hand trapped, I play 3 Ash and then 3 Mulchrummy. This card stops Mulchrummy, is just a generally good card, and this card's really good when you have to go second. So, all pretty standard. And then as for other things, you play the 3 Wanteds because the card's really good. Deception. This card attributing the Volcanic Shell, even if it gets Ghost Ogred, you still get another Volcanic Shell. This card for like either the Horus cards or Diabell Star. And this card with the Volcanic Shell is like you can attribute it, get a Volcanic Shell, get Wanted, get Diabell Star, discard the Volcanic Shell, get another one for all the follow-up. So, and then you play the 1 Fusion Spell with it. Then 3 Bonfire. This card can also search Volcanic Shell. And then you play the 1 of Original, the 1 of Temple, the 1 of Tactics, and the 1 of Forbidden Droplet. These seem a little bit random, but I wanted cards that I could draw into off the Mulch Armies that were like good if my opponent put up like a half board. Drawing either of these is really good into that. And I wanted to play them, so I was just like, I'm throwing them in. And they were both really good. No complaints. In one of my matches, I drew this off the Yumseti draw after he already ashed me. And that kind of clutched the game, but super sacky, but it was a great time. And then also, we played the 1 of King Sarcophagus. This isn't the card you want to draw, but drawing it is fine. So you just play the 1 of. 1 for 1. Volcanic Shell is a free discard for this card. I've also summoned Volcanic Shell off this thing a couple times, so. And then the 1 call by for the Mulch Armies and whatnot. And then, whole reason I play the Feedsmith stuff is because I want to play this card. This card is broken. Gives you a little bit of edge versus Tempai that you shouldn't normally have. But this card is just Solemn Warning from the hand. It's crazy, especially when you pair it with, Imperm, or if you already have the Angel statue in the graveyard off your Rabbit, which... Rabbit and this card don't really conflict too much because normally you're doing that for your first turn and you're not activating this on your very first turn, so it never really hurts. Alright, and then going on to the extra deck bomb tokens, because you play them in Volcanics, so gotta represent all the tokens, Patamon, Vestigimon.
I disagree, but sure.
All right, well, this is not your deck profile. So. You play the 2 Azamina fusions. This card getting Wanted is really cool. This card being an Omnigate is really cool. Zombie Vampire is really good, especially when you have Snake Eyes, Diabell Star, and then you Charmer back their Ash, and then you make this card with their Ash and your Snake Eyes, Diabell Star, because this thing can use monsters your opponent owns as level 8s, which is kind of neat that no one ever reads. But then, yeah, just extending through. And then you play the OTK, 1 princess, 1 SP, very good card. This thing destroys back rows and draws you cards. This card is really good and part of the combo. He does very good. And then I play fun cards because I had this thing sitting in my binder, and I'm like, I really want to summon Heat Soul. So I figure out a line in this deck where you make this after Princess, and then you use this to get follow-up with your Oak, and then you turn these two into a Heat Soul and you draw 2 cards. Is it great? No. Should I have played Fuko and Dark in the main deck? Yeah. Do I care? Nah, not really. I would maybe do it again. And then this card is actually part of an end board. You can place it off Snake Eyes. You make it very early in the combo. And then you can place this off Snake Eyes Diabell Star. And then Temple, you can bring this up to point to your Flame Burge. And when you Flame Burge to summon the IP, it'll also like negate something and make it 0. So that's something I did with in Snake Eyes Cashier a little while ago, which was really fun. Horus sets the trap. It's very good. Relinquish Anima is this Anima. It does things. And then the side deck, nothing crazy. It's 3 D-Barriers because I hate Tempai. I do this because I hate Tempai when they shifter me. I want to set this card. This card is for if Snake Eyes or anything graveyard-based can traps me early. I never, against the non-Tempai decks, I never went to a game 3, so this never really came up there. But this card was cool against the 2 Tempais I played. 3 of this card, because this card is really good. 3 Mall Charmies. This card is really good going second, and then is even better than Fluoros in some matchups. 1 Skill Drain, because this card is degenerate and it should not exist. Should have got banned with summon limit. And then I do side these 2. And I sided these only because I really want to play Heat Soul. And I was just like, I want them somewhere in my main list, and so I sided them. This card is really good. It honestly should have been in my main deck. When I got like Flu Roast and double Muller Charming, I could have made this and had a bunch of follow-ups, so maybe I could have cracked the board against like my Snake Eyes in top 8, which I did end up losing, but that is fine. And then this card is really good. Whenever you go second, you just take out the rabbit for it, and it lets you play through more boards by taking their darks to make Princess and whatnot. So, but yeah, I sided them.
Well, fantastic. Any shout-outs here?
Shout out to Nana for doing the deck profile. Shout out to Mitch for finally beating me in locals today. Shout out to everyone on Team Interstellar, and shout out to Volcanic Shell. So, yeah, that'll be it.
All right, well, this is Nana signing out.